This is part 6 of the Jersey explosion under investigation. We started part 5 here the other day, and I pointed out to you that there were 9 blocks here. I'm just going to count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and a half to be correct. It may be a far reach, but in this incident 9 people died immediately and 1 a little late in hospital. That could be 9.5 hit by the target, going with what I'm saying. Setting that aside, watch the proofs. We're going to do the same walk again. The reason why we're doing version 6, part 6, is because 1, I want to focus on the trees that still have the foliage and have always had the foliage, and I want you to refer you back to part 1, which was a year ago, made by me on the same channel, and all these trees had their foliage immediately after the fire. So we're going to go for a walk down the same way, just going to take the same pattern, and I just want you to focus on the trees. These trees have never been singed. How can a massive explosion occur, a massive fireball, and trees cannot be singed? This tree in front of you particularly, but there's a whole row of them. We're not just talking about this tree, look. This whole row. And part 5, I showed you it from the other side. Now we're going to walk down this side and we're going to look back. So remember what I showed you. This is Fort Regent. This was the sign. This is the road. We'll look over here. Remember we walked here. This is the site. That's Pier Road down at the bottom there, I've now established. Sorry about the confusion before. So you have Pier Road at the bottom here, right? This is the harbour before you. And this is the cafe across there that we spoke about, Quayside Cafe. I referred you to the foliage. I was referring to the foliage, particularly this silver birch tree in part 5 as evidence of no burning. Particularly this tree as it's old, and those 2 trees down here, these 2 trees which have moss on. Those in the distance there, and around the corner there, which I'll take from the other side. We're gonna go where this line of trees are, where that line of trees go. We're going to go around here, up this road around here, and we're going to take it from this angle. So we're going to go from that side and take it this way. What I want to get is this wall below us, this wall. But we're going to take it from the other side. Here's your close-up. I hope I'm getting it. I can't see, I'm leaning over. But we're going to go to the other side now. There's what it is, just to show you where we're at. I'm going to zoom back so you can see. Take reference from the machine. That's Pier Road. This is the site we're talking about, just for anybody jumping into the moment. This particular site. Not that one, and not that one. They were removed later. This is the only site that was, in my explanation, demolished. Not by a gas explosion, but purposefully, to gain real estate. Let me make my point quite clear here, folks. This position is needed. Let me just pull out again. Zoom out, sorry, there we go. This position is needed because over here where we're going to go at the moment, just beyond these trees is a children's park, and then you can see the top of a white building. We're going to take you to that side and we're going to speak about that white building, because that white building is owned by Andium Homes. So is this property and every other property down this road, down Pier Road. Just to put this in perspective, that property, the white one that's boarded up that we'll show you from the other angle has had planning rejected twice. It wanted to be the new elite eco smart city. You can just see it, folks, all the gin palaces parked over there across on the waters, or maybe down here in the harbour. And you can live up here and just stroll down to your gin palace. It's perfect. What happened with the eco city and why planning knocked it back, folks, is because what you see behind this white building, behind the trees, this white building, you see Bingham Hill, this mountain. Now, most of the apartments would face the harbour, but some of them would face back to Bingham Hill. So planning was rejected on that basis, that an eco-city was not viable because not enough apartments faced forwards, and obviously it's not going to make enough money and be big enough in real estate and blah blah blah. What was needed was space. Now when you look at the location of that building, that white building there through the trees, and the space where the children's park is just beyond this wall, and we look down here, this is the space that is needed to take all those apartments that would be facing backwards and spin them around so they now face forwards. And we have a massive eco-city here, smart eco-city for the elite, and it'll be up in 3 to 5 years, is my prediction. Not fact, my prediction. Now I'm going to walk you around. I'm just going to be careful of the children's park and respect the parents. I'm going to keep facing this way, but I'm going to walk you around all the way to the other side. Look at the foliage, folks. Imagine, you can go back to part 1 and see the CCTV camera. You can see the explosion. The size of the explosion was higher than this wall. I mean, this is the site, folks. So, I mean, this is a tree. Maybe with relevance, 20 meters. That explosion that occurred from here, that left no markings on this wall whatsoever, which I will show you from the other side. Nothing. No fire markings, no scorch markings. All of us know, folks, if you start a little fire at the bottom of this wall, one little fire, the wall will be black where you start the fire. But none of this wall is black from a massive fire that appeared in this position to be way higher than 20 meters. If you take it in relevance to this wall behind us, going up to Fort Regent, you can see over there Fort Regent, going up whatever this road is. So if you take this height in relevance and this and the flame taken from Quayside Cafe from the CCTV, the explosion looked way higher than the wall behind us. So way higher than this tree, which is only 20 meters. Way higher. Why is there no damage on these low walls? Where's the damage? Why is that tree perfect? What is wrong here, folks? There's something wrong. Why is all the foliage perfect? And the reason why I'm focusing on this, let's walk around here. The reason why I'm focusing on all of this foliage should be burned, folks. At least this little wall should have scorch marks. It's only just there. There. Right there. It's like 5 meters. Doesn't make any sense, folks. These trees are all perfect. Okay, keep relative to this position. We'll keep walking around. That's all Pier Road. We're keeping you focused on the site, right? Right, that's the site from this side. Now watch carefully. Watch carefully. Watch carefully. And boom, here we are. I'm going to zoom you into this. Look carefully, folks. Follow my finger. There's the site. That's about 3 meters. 3 meters. And there's the wall. Directly beyond the site. Now, Why am I showing you the wall directly behind the site when I already showed you all the foliage? Because people say that perhaps the foliage in the last year has grown. Perhaps the foliage has burnt back and grown. Well, the wall doesn't grow, folks. The wall does not grow. There's no black on the wall. The wall hasn't been cleaned. It's granite wall. What's going on here, folks? There's something wrong with that picture. There's the site. There's where it happened. There's the wall. I'm going to zoom out for you from that, so you can see my finger. There's the wall. That's about 2 to 3 meters. And there's the site. There it happened. What is going on, folks? How is all of this okay? How are those trees okay? Those trees are perfect. They've not changed. Now we're going to walk down here. All this foliage has always been fine. There's been no problem with this foliage the whole time. This foliage is in perfect nick. Look, perfect nick. All this foliage is perfect. Let's go back. Let's go down to the bottom here and we take this side. From this side, 180 back. Keeping note, that's Pier Road down here. Okay, from here. That tree is in perfect nick. It's a perennial. It keeps its leaves on. That means it keeps its leaves on all year as opposed to an annual. All of this is in perfect nick. Look. Look, folks. Look at the wall. Look at the wall. Come on. Come on. Come on. Look at the wall. There's no scorch marks. There's nothing. Nothing happened. What's going on? We're going to go down. I see somebody's down there. Maybe Pier Road's open. I'm going to take a walk down there. All right, mate. How you doing? What's that? I can't hear you. Oh yeah, there's filming. Oh yes, there's filming, my friend. Trust me, there's filming, buddy. So there's who do you work for, my friend? Who do you work for, please? 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 Right, so we've got an agent down here. Obviously, is Black Ops, G4S, Israeli operations, telling me no filming, who has no authority, unless he's just a rogue, lost human who has no authority and just needs to be some boisterous, silly boy. Thing is, he doesn't know who he's talking to. So, we've just put him in his place and told him to get lost. He's trying to tell me no filming, which is ridiculous. The reason why he doesn't want me to film, and let's just use this, is because G4S, as I said in my last video update, part 5, G4S is Israeli. They're part of the government agency and they work for the government and they'll do anything, and they're responsible for the hiding of what occurred here. So in my thesis, in my explanations, the explosive technique that was used here would leave explosives on the pillars. So the pillars were exploded, explosions occur on the pillars, that's what demolition is, and the building fell down. The pillars were taken out, the rubble from the pillars was taken out here in sealed containers, which has never been seen on this island before, to hide the evidence under G4S, the Israeli security company. So this is one of the bods from their company that thinks he's got some stick here, which he hasn't. And now I'm going to show you proof of exactly what happened to the rest of the rubble from this site and what they're doing with it and where they're keeping it. Keeping in mind, this is Andium Homes, all of this, particularly the site I'm looking at. And now that the children have gone, we can respectfully come back here and I can show you this whole site. We can turn around here. This is the park. There's no children, thank goodness. So while the children are not here, I can whip across here and show you what I need to show you. Keep in mind, this is a children's park. Notice this whole park area, okay? The site is beyond this little wall, yeah? Just down there. This building is the building in question. Watch this. The rubble from the walls of that site that was demolished purposefully, as far as I'm concerned, is being stored over here under numbers in the other Andium Homes property. Look at this shit. You couldn't make this up, folks. The fuck? Somebody tell me what's going on, excuse my French. There it is. I'm not shitting you, look at the numbers. These are the walls. There's the number. It says 257 crossed off. It's obviously checked off. There's another 227. There's something in the distance. I think it's a 4,000. Look, folks. All the rubble. Look. Look. It's all down there. All slabbed. Every bit of slabbing. Kept nice and neat. Look at that. When have you ever seen that? The only time you ever see that is when every bit needs to be checked by sniffer dogs for explosives and cleared, and then it can be taken to La Colette and buried safely, and nobody would ever know that somebody exploded some explosions that marked this rubble at the pillars and demolished those buildings, and they fell down like Robin Smith, the Chief of Police of Jersey, said, pancake style, just like they were demolished. Boom, boom, boom. That doesn't happen in a building, everybody knows that. There's rebar in the pillars, and unless the pillars are blown out, the building will not collapse like a pancake. It needs to be demolished professionally.